Hey guys, welcome to BLONITY Daily. First, a little disclaimer, this is no financial advice, my own opinion and estimates. My estimates could be completely wrong. Don't trust, always verify, understand the numbers, be aware of scammers, and you know the best how to invest your money. Please be aware that I'm invested in Hive Blockchain, Argo Blockchain, Bitfarms, Hashrate, Care1 and eBank. Okay guys, let's jump right into it. Bitcoin, this week was not so good for Bitcoin. It was since Monday, we had this big correction here, then the nice recovery, another big correction, recovery, and another correction here. So the bottom here was at 44,000. So yeah, we never know, is it this or do we see more red? I don't know, but what I can say is that it seems like the F2 pool outflows have stopped. So today there was the futures expiration date. So maybe some whales made a lot of money and they are now okay with it. You never know. So yeah, we will see whether we recover or not. Today it looks not so bad. So Bitcoin is at 0% here. Ethereum 0. The miners are all slightly in red, but not big today. So yeah, nothing special here. The overall week was, for me, for my portfolio, was not so good. This week is minus 22%. For me, this is okay. I know that these things happen in Bitcoin. When you follow me since January, you know in January we were a lot deeper in red. So yeah, maybe we'll go more deep in red. We don't know. But you can see this month I'm still close to 100% in green. So I doubled my portfolio this month. This week I lost a little bit, but okay. So right now my portfolio looks this way. Today I bought a lot of Care1. I think that's why I'm big in red, because Care1 dropped and I bought more. But I think when there's a recovery incoming, especially for Polkadot, Care1 could maybe outperform the other ones. So that's why I'm big into Care1 right now again. I have a lot of stocks of Care1. But I have all my miners here and I have a little bit eBank. Okay guys, let's move on. There is some news today from Argo Blockchain. So Argo, every day, good news. So they installed all their 4,500 Bitmain Antminer S19 and S19 Pros. So I was expecting the last batch arriving in March, something like this. But Argo is fast, so they added 430 petahash to their 645 petahash of the installed capacity of T17 miners from Bitmain. So they have now 15 megawatts more consumption, so it should be like 45 to 50 megawatt overall. And the new installed hash rate is above 1 exahash, so they joined the 1 exahash club. After Hashrate, Bitfarms, and Riot. And yeah, congratulations Argo with 1075 petahash. So this looks very nice. And yeah, the new miner here, it's the Antminer S19 and S19 Pro. So this is this is the most efficient miner with the Watts miner. With the Watts miner M30 S++, I think is the name. With 110 terahash, 29.5 joule per terahash. So this is a great efficiency, the leading efficiency right now. So yeah, they're mining more bitcoins now. It should be like six bitcoins or a little bit more maybe per day right now. We have to keep an eye on these T17 miners, because it seems like in the last few months they did not perform so well. So it's very good now that they have the new miners here. They should perform a lot better. So I think these 430 petahash, it's only a 40% increase or something like this, but this could increase the output of bitcoins from Argo Blockchain. Like it could double it, I guess, because they should have a better uptime than the old T17 miners. So I think in January it was like 93 bitcoins mined. In February we don't know. But I think in March with the new capacity, okay, difficulty will rise. But I think you can expect something like 150, 160 bitcoins in March or something like this. Okay, this is very interesting. let's move on. We have HUD8, the Validus potential partnership here. They said they signed a memorandum of understanding, so this is not closed 100% right now, but this is a very interesting partnership, and it seems like that all the miners are seeking for this partnership with energy companies, with energy suppliers, or solution companies, energy solution companies, because energy and mining, it's very hard connected. And if you have both under your control, I think I was talking about this yesterday. If you have your own power plant, or if you have a joint venture or corporation there, you can make very nice games in the electricity market, or maybe with the gas market. When the electricity price is low, you can buy from the grid. You can shut down your power plant when the electricity price is high. You can ramp up your power plant and run the miners. And if the gas price is high, you can buy from the electricity grid and all these things. You can make a lot of games here, a lot of plays. This is very nice, so I like this one. It seems like this Validus partnership, first of all, HUD8 wants to have these HUD8 would be the first Bitcoin miner to take advantage of a cutting-edge turnkey mobile power plant and data center fleet to leverage alternative fuel sources. So it's about these flared gas, but also other energy. They have a picture here, the power generation process here. So there you have the oil rigs here, and then you have this gas here, the flare gas, and usually it's burnt here. But you can go here in the fuel skid here, then you have conditioned gas, then you can go to the mobile turbine, which is interesting. I thought it's gonna be a motor, but okay, it's a turbine to generate electricity here. Then you go to the mobile switchgear, and then you have these electricity, then you go to these miners and you mine the bitcoins, and then you have the mobile operations center, and then you have these bitcoins. So it's not just gas and making bitcoins. It's a few steps here. So this is very interesting. Very interesting company here, this Validus Power Corporation. I'm very exciting. I hope this partnership will work, and then we will see some additional revenue streams here for HUD8. I really like this creativity here. So there was from HCwayne and Co. Equity Research, there was this research here about HUD8, and I studied this yesterday. A lot of text, and most of these things we know. There are a few very interesting things here. First of all, they mention here the Nasdaq here. Beyond facilities expansion, we believe HUD8 is exploring a listing on Nasdaq, and so on. So that's very interesting. They have a price of 14 Canadian dollars, which is, it's very low. They should raise it every week, I guess. So I don't care really about this. And and they say here they plan with 212 exahash of network hash rate at the end of the year. So this is also very interesting, because my goal is 310 exahash. They say 212 here, which is very low in my opinion. I think when the China wet season is here, we will surpass this number. But later in this report, they say some estimations are 325. So I think with my goal of 310 exahash at the end of the year, it's a good goal. It's like double from here. And it seems like it's more conservative, because the higher network hash rate, the more conservative you are with the miner predictions. So this thing here is posted on the HUD8 Twitter account. So it's very interesting if you want to learn about HUD8. Some very good numbers here, some very interesting stuff. And yes, I saw the video from Empire Building about HUD8. He was there, and he visited HUD8. So I'm very, I would do this too. But I'm in Germany, so that's a little bit difficult right now. But there was one very interesting part. I mean, the whole video was great and was very interesting. But there was one part that was a little bit more important when they were talking about the power plant with the GE gas turbine. This is a jet turbine, and the funny thing is, I was an operator in a gas-fired power plant, in a combined cycle gas turbine power plant here in Germany with 100 megawatt. So we had a gas turbine, and after this gas turbine, we had a steam turbine, and it's more efficient. You have like 60% efficiency or so, because you have these two steps. You have first the very hot energy in the gas turbine, and then you use the exhaust of the gas turbine to generate steam, and then you use the steam to go to the steam turbine and generate more electricity. And yeah, this was a 100 megawatt power plant. And the funny thing is, we had also a GE gas turbine, which was also a jet turbine, or which is also used as a jet turbine, but there are some modifications and all these things. But yeah, that's very cool. And the important thing is that in the video, the guy from Hashrate said that that they will build, I think next year in Q1 or Q2 2022, they will have another gas turbine there in Medicine Hat. So I think the first one has like 42 megawatts, so maybe the second has the same 42 megawatts. So that would mean that maybe Hashrate gets a lot more capacity at Medicine Hat, which would be very nice. I think 42 megawatts additional, yeah, would mean like 1 exahash more capacity. Okay. Yeah, then we have here the energy charts, and I want to show you something here. Yeah, sometimes these miners, they're talking about, okay, we had upfront costs for electricity. We bought electricity. For example, Hive bought more than 50% of the electricity for 2021. So this is not that you buy like an amount of energy, you buy these bands. So expect this here as a miner consumption chart here. I mean, this here is volatile. This is the German consumption here. But expect this is the, let's estimate this is the miner. And it's, let's say this is not gigawatt, this is megawatt. And that's how you buy it. Let's say you buy a 30 megawatt band here for 1 year, for example. So you have this amount of energy here secured. And then you can say, okay, maybe I buy every day a little bit here, a little band here, a little band here. And this is how you build your energy portfolio step by step, from the base here, from the base load to the mid load to the peak load. And I think the base load is always very cheap, but when it comes to the peaks and all these things, it's more expensive, and you have to be careful because, I mean, these miners, okay, they run a very steady 24/7 consumption. So this is very easy, but if you're not a miner, if you have this volatile consumption here, if you buy your band at the wrong time, maybe here at night, you have to sell it maybe very cheap. You get only a few bucks there, and if you bought less energy, you have to buy at the control energy market or something like this, and then it's very expensive. Okay, but that's another topic. Let's move on. Then we have Mara has some news here. Marathon Patent Group announces name change to Marathon Digital Holdings. So I was expecting this. I was thinking maybe they go to Marathon Blockchain Group. Yeah, but it's now Marathon Digital Holdings. So that sounds a lot better than Marathon Patent Group. Yeah, this is a good move. Okay, let's move on. Then we have Cryptoking here on Twitter. He's one of my followers, and I follow him. And he's very deep into Hive blockchain and all these Ethereum things. And today he tweeted, EIP 1559 town hall was so good. People expressed positions, talked origins, and some heavy technical debate. The Ethereum community should feel proud to have been properly represented at that town hall. Good job, Hudson Jameson and ETH Cat Herders. Now add to London hard fork. Yeah, so first of all, EIP 1559, this is the Ethereum improvement proposal 1559. They are discussing there to burn the fees there, to get the fees down. And yeah, this is not very good for the miners, to be honest, because the miners like Hive blockchain, they earn right now a lot of transaction fees. But I think it should be good for the price of Ethereum, so I think this is okay. And yeah, they're discussing right now to add this EIP in the London hard fork, and he was saying that they will delay the difficulty bump. The difficulty bump means that Ethereum wants to go from proof of work, so from mining to proof of stake, no mining. And yeah, to make this transition, they want to make the mining more difficult, every few blocks more difficult, so that it's less and less attractive for the miners, and they drop all out, and then you have completely proof of stake. Very easy, easy description here right now. Okay, but yeah, it's now not ready, the complete proof of stake transition, so they delay it again. So this is very good for Hive blockchain, because that means that 100% proof of stake is still not far away, but it will still take some time. So there's more time to mine Ethereum. So yeah, for Ethereum, for the Ethereum Foundation, maybe this is not so good, but it was expected. For Hive blockchain, this is very good, in my opinion. Yeah, and I was asking, difficulty bomb delayed in London. When is London hard fork? Thanks. And Hudson Jameson answered, it will likely be around July, but a date has not been set yet. So let's expect. Yeah, Ethereum is always a little bit delaying, so let's expect something like August or so for the hard fork, London hard fork, to get this EIP 1559 done. So yeah, that's in my model, I expected this in May. So I will adjust this to July or something like this. So this would improve the profitability from Hive blockchain, I think, in my BMXI model. Yeah, and Hudson Jameson, he's one of the core developers of the Ethereum Foundation. 2 years ago, I watched every Friday the episodes on YouTube when they were discussing Ethereum and the improvements. I was there because of ProgPow, progressive proof of work algorithm, because this would have affected Hive, but it was never going live. And about some other stuff, more about mining, not all these changes on the blockchain, because yeah, this was a little bit too difficult for me to understand. Yeah, but this is a very cool guy here, Hudson Jameson. He's doing the communication things for the Ethereum Foundation, and he's the leader there with these core devs meetings, core developers meetings. And yeah, I think he's a very good guy. Yeah, it's fun to watch something like these Ethereum core developer calls on YouTube, because yeah, these guys are really deep into it, and they're so professional when they're discussing. When in my company, when there are discussions, a lot of people they think they're so important and they're discussing some stupid things, but when you're there at the core devs meeting, these guys are very efficient. This is very impressive in my opinion. Okay guys, so let's move on. So yeah, when you freak out about the correction in Bitcoin right now, look at this. Since October we're going vertical here, and yeah, this is now a little correction here, so this is nothing. And I want to show you something very interesting. So the Google trends are still very low here, so we're not at the half of the 2017 peak here in the Google searching trends for the word Bitcoin. So you can see here that every bull run, these Google trends, it's like 10x higher than 2013. It was at 60, there it was at 600 or so. So I expect something like 6,000 in this bull run. So this is a very good indicator for a potential top, but we are right now at 242. So it seems like the public is not aware of Bitcoin right now. The mainstream is not here. I think it's more the institution right now. They're buying, and when they have filled all the pockets, they will tell the public, and then they will FOMO in and will lose a lot of money. But yeah, that's how the game works. Okay guys, so the next difficulty adjustment is expected in 7 days, so 1 week left. The first week is over, and yeah, it's still red. It's still at like 0% adjustment. I think maybe it's going green, it's turning green, it will increase, but it's very small increases in the last 6 or 8 weeks. Only like 1, 2, 3%. This is crazy. We are in a huge bull run. These miners making like 70, 80% mining margins, and the difficulty is not increasing. So there are no miners coming in. And yeah, we know this is because of the chip shortage. Everyone wants chips right now. Yeah, and this is very good for our miners because the competition is not growing very fast. So you can see it also here. So this week we had a huge pump here, but now we're consolidating here in Hashrate. So nothing special. Yeah, and when I told you before that the S19 from Bitmain, This machine here, the S19 Pro, it has 110 terahash. And if you want to know how many calculations these are per second, so these are 110 trillion transactions, not transactions, calculations per second, or hashes per second. So 110 trillion one machine. So expect you installed 4,500 machines. So you can multiply this number with 4,500. And if you want to calculate it, how many hashes are this in 1 year, you can multiply this number with 110, with 4,500, and then with 8,760, and then with 3,600. And then you have the number for hashes for the new miners for Argo Blockchain for 1 year. Okay, so that was a little bit fun. I think we were discussing about my portfolio before. So this is the new portfolio here. So I'm hoping for big gains for KR1, HUD8, Argo Blockchain, Bitfarms, Hive Blockchain. So I hope soon there's some announcements, maybe about NASDAQ or some expansion or so. Yeah, this is gonna be a very nice thing, I guess. Okay guys, so when you're in red, when you're new, when you're panicking a little bit, don't do this. We're very early in this bull run. All the indicators are pointing to this. I showed you the Google Trends, a lot of other things, the stock to flow model, for example. So we're very early, in my opinion. I mean, you never know. Maybe we go down next week again. But this is only short term in Bitcoin. We're in a bull run. And if you have the nerves, you need nerves of steel to succeed in this business. If you have this, you can make a lot of money. I mean, you can see it here in my portfolio. You can also watch my very first videos in November. Today I checked the prices then. I think Argo was at 10 cents or something like this when I made the video, or 12 cents, I think 12 cents. Hive Blockchain was at 38 Canadian US dollar cents. And all these things. So yeah, it's 1 week doesn't matter here. I mean, I think we have a huge bull run in front of us. So please be not sad or panicking. Yeah, this will change very fast. Okay, guys. So I think that's it for today. Thank you very much, and see you in the next one. Auf Wiedersehen.